Welcome to Kigogona program. I am Jao Gikoyo from NG Science. Today we are looking at the infiltration in Kenya, and it is very core for you to understand how we can fix our nation, because our future in Kenya is the children, and the future of the children are the children that will get, the children that will leave behind, because we are there because of the Jehovah pure things. But then we have people who are not real, for real. Because when we are colonized, it is not everyone who was suffering. There are people who joined, Britain in harming their own people. And that's what happened. When we got independence, they were told by Britain to go to church. So churches are there to enable it. They are part of it. And I'll start by reading for you to understand this infiltration. And for me, I'm telling you, my matters are pure. For me, I am elevated. I got captured by Mwenenyaga, by Ngai, and had the voice in my brain. I'm given an ability. I can ask Ngai with my brain, talk to Ngai when I want. And this is not ordinary. And I was not even expecting it. And it happened. And now it is a reality, part of it. And you see, people in Kenya, there are people who don't know life after death, because it is there. You will not die to vanish. Even the space will end. Even the space you see in the solar system, the distance from the sun to our Earth, and even the other galaxies, that space will end, because now those things are not there physically. And when you get a spirit body, you can now be able to navigate the universe. And if you be living a good life, you have the opportunity to go to the periphery of the Umperian Seat of Majesty, where God is dwelling, Ngai is dwelling. And I'm telling you, it is at Mount Kĩrĩnyaga, in a different dimension, because you have many dimensions and many arts for it. And I will read how Kenya is infiltrated. Infiltration is present in 1. Churches. Churches were brought to enable colonialism. Missionaries were working for the British government. Kenyans were coerced to join churches and to adopt European names. Churches are not aligned with the real divinity. The real divinity involves ancestral spirits, Araika Mũgwanja, 7 natural angels of creation, and Mwenenyaga Ngai. Mwenenyaga Abode in Mount Kĩrĩnyaga in a spiritual dimension, Umperian Seat of Majesty. Mwenenyaga is the sole God. God is one. God is holy. 2. European embassies, US Embassy and BATUK. European countries and the US have invested in a secret program of killing Africans for minerals and occupancy. The diseases troubling people are laboratory made. Creation is pure and harmless. The HIV virus, for instance, was made by NATO. COVID-19 virus was made by the US Army. Mwenenyaga will terminate unclean people in restoration of creation purity. People will not invest in war again, in fulfillment of Isaiah 2:1-4. 3. Civil societies and corrupt Kenyans. NGOs and activists have been used to infiltrate and to challenge development. Corrupt Kenyans get bribed to enable infiltration and foreign programs. Mwenenyaga will kill corrupt Kenyans and cleanse the government of Kenya. Kenya will be a superpower in the 21st century. Mount Kĩrĩnyaga altar is bringing a revolution in the 21st century. Mwenenyaga manifested. Kenyans, beware, Mount Kĩrĩnyaga is sacrosanct. And when we say Mount Kĩrĩnyaga is sacrosanct, that mountain is not ordinary, it is metaphysical. As a human being, you should understand that creation is not about the tangibility or the physicalness of things. That's why you are dying. When you die, you get another body that is not being affected by the physical property. A body which can even go to the sun, and even there is not that space. So when you are traveling there, it is not like the way you do when you are a human being. Let me tell you. And you'll be everywhere, so be seeing everything and knowing everything, because now you are meant for that. creation. And then you should understand, when Guy is giving you law, it is to help you. It is not for self-interest. When we come to, but people don't understand, let me tell, because everything you are having is God-given, even the body, even you do not choose the personality, how you are looking, your gender, you do not even choose the time. You are created. And then, the creator is perfect, because when we had no evil people who are faking, we could not be having even those deaths, like you saw the deaths of COVID-19, coronavirus. The Harvard University was doing the research, and you see the reason why you saw Harvard University and the US government having problem with the funding. It was not even intended to kill any European country, because the viruses are targeting the DNA. And there was some reversal, something they did not even understand. Even they started assassinating, killing each other, let me tell you. Because I am telling you, we have very evil people who are even killing children. Some pretend they are doing humanitarian things because they have money, but not. No, because Africa is a target. That's even that's the new world order extermination programs. Africa being referred to as utopia. The US government is not a real government. They are hidden people, even from Europe, a committee. And they have been investing in those programs from if people don't know what happened in 1776, because for you don't know the formation of America, you do not know the indigenous Americans well, you don't know how America was before and after, even how black people got there. Because I can tell you, these committees there, even the Pope, when the Roman Empire fell, the church did not fall. So I'm telling you, the Britain was using the missionaries, and anthropologists were sent prior to know how people are living. So they sent their report. So when the government was hiring the missionaries, sending them, they knew how people are living. Because I'm telling you have evil people, and those people who usually do that, they usually don't have enough wisdom to know creation is not even about the physicalness, even to know creation, even to know life after death. But you see, when you do that, it doesn't mean that there is entertainment and you can do evil. No, in the 21st century, there will be cosmic changes. So when you don't align yourself with the positivity, you would benefit. Because I'm telling you, it doesn't mean you can always do evil. It doesn't mean like that. No, you usually do evil and wrong because of you are given that ability. When Guy don't give you the ability, you won't be able to do that. And I'm telling you, you usually don't benefit yourself because you are having the energy. A human being is an energy carrier. You are carrying the energy of the things you have done. Action equals energy. And you started with a positive algorithm, and you got a positive share from Guy, from the creator. Because when you are at the womb, you are not sinning. Even when you are breastfeeding, you came to sin later. And I'm telling you, Jesus Christ is not involved anywhere with your sins because you did them yourself. You are having the energy of that. Even churches are giving people fake concepts. The problem, people are given a certain algorithm and thinking that they can only do that to survive, only have certain things to survive. But then people are not asking themselves and questions, because now some usually what matters to them is what they are having, or if they are having food and having those. But then you should understand, like, it doesn't mean that creation is like that. Even the way you see the children are suffering in Congo, and they are presuming Congo is poor and the minerals are there. Even the global technology is powered by those minerals. I'm telling you, Africans are not controlling the minerals, even in Kenya. Some people even don't think they can be able to do that because they think Kenya is better. But let me tell you, when you understand creation, using your cultural heritage and the Kigogona, you will be so advanced. Let me tell you, you get your own wisdom. Because it is not everything that is documented. And there is elevation, you get elevated. You will be elevated when you die. But it can happen even when you are, that you will be even knowing things which are psychic, life after death, because it is there. And it will happen anyway. Because at a certain point, and it is now part of life. Because your soul is at a journey. You started with you are not looking like a human. But I'm telling you, God is perfect. When it was meant to be like that, it will be like that. Because all resources in the creation being used are God-given. So it is about you are enabled, people are enabled. But you have evil people who have been doing evil. But just because people are not knowing divinity, there is divinity, the ancestral spirits, and natural angels who are like Guy, who are like the creator. Natural angels were at the Bible way. Bible was edited The reason why you don't know Mount Kĩrĩnyaga is because I went to edit to put Sinai, but you understand the creator is running at Mount Kĩrĩnyaga. There are people who know this. Even we usually have visitors in Kenya who come for spirituality. You know, there are other who come for evil means, for evil purposes. But some, it's unfortunate. You know, you are known because you are in a creation. You're not, everything you are having is given by a God of Mount Kĩrĩnyaga. So Kenya is infiltrated, and for us to solve, I have given you my reforms, my proposal, let me tell you. But, you know, there are people who are, being given money by this regime. So for them, they cannot want, us to have real changes. But I'm telling you, you should understand that, for us to have a good future, we should invest with the truth. Because the truth is like that, for real. And I know people are able to go to church and fake and give money there. But then when we come to real spirituality and for where the real divinity is involved, there are energies. You even lose your life for it. Because there are, let me tell you, it is for it. Divinity is there, Ngai is pure. It is not about the other things or human things. But people have presumed they must do the human effort for them to survive. But then it is somehow, captured. It is a capture at the mental chains. And in the 21st century, Kenya will be a superpower. Kenya is even written at the Bible, but people cannot understand because they don't know Kenya is significant. They don't know Mount Kĩrĩnyaga well. They don't know the terminate. They don't know the ancient Egyptians well. They don't know their history well. Agaikoyo were even in Palestine. And even the Luos were in England. The Luos made the Stonehenge. And it's true, let me tell you. Because now, the lads are at a globe. The lads. People, even the traditional people used even to travel for it because they were seeking means. And for us in Kenya, we are not, let me tell you, we are not poor like those people are claiming all that world. Even those countries, you hear them classified like that. There are people who are looting those countries, benefiting from that. It's unfortunate. And even, some people are not having a human heart for it. Because when you discover the real atrocities done by people and the real thing happening, even the political things which are there, because even in Congo, people have suffered a lot. The Belgians killed, more than 10 million people in Congo for it. King Leopold II of the Belgium. And it's and there are people who are even given money, even betraying the leaders there. Even that's why you see assassinations in Africa. But then you remember, it doesn't mean that you must do that. That is what I'm telling you, because it's a creation. And now the time, Mwenenyaga manifest, it is a time. Now you start to experience cosmic changes. Let me tell you. So you cannot benefit when you are not real in creation. For me, I would advise you, always do pure things. Don't fake, because you are having God-given resources. You are created for pure. Don't do wrong. You are given the ability to do a positive thing, a negative thing, and a neutral thing. For it, it is not a must you do wrong for it. You have that ability. And when you do good things, you are gaining that energy, positive energy. When you die, you will be angelic. When you are having positive energy, you will be transformed. You will be, let me tell you, you have your own gifts. Because that is real. But when you do wrong things, you get a curse. That's now it's negative. And God knew what you can do before you did it. All resources you use were God given. Obey God's commandment, the law. Don't defy. There are countries which defy in the name of democracy and human rights. But then it's unfortunate. Embrace Ngai, you will benefit of Mount Kĩrĩnyaga at the Umperian Seat of Majesty. Thank you very much.